Welcome to Style Masterclass, the podcast that teaches women to look stylish and feel confident so that they can show up ready to conquer and slay no matter what size they are. I'm your host, Miss J. You ready?
Welcome back to the Style Masterclass Podcast. This is episode 123. Now, just in case you don't know, if you're listening to the audio only, you can catch the live recording of the podcast episode on YouTube. If you've only seen me on YouTube, just so you know, you can catch up on all of the podcast episodes and listen to it audio only while you drive or do other things. You can check it out on Spotify or on iTunes. All right, so let's jump in. This week's podcast episode is all about cardigan freedom. This is actually an idea I got from my teacher, Carl Lowenthal, who I believe got it from somebody else on Twitter. But I felt like this was such an important topic to cover. So many of my curvy ladies are really, really attached to their cardigans. It's like their cardigan is their woobie. And even if they're wearing the most fabulous dress, the most fabulous blouse, and they're looking fly and cute, they feel like they can't leave the house without the cardigan. Now, some of you can relate to this. I know I can. When I first began my body image journey, my self-love journey, my up-leveling my style journey, I was attached to my cardigan. And as my weight went up in size, I ditched the cardigan that fit me the best for my husband's cardigans or his hoodies or whatever large jacket was available because I was trying to hide my body. I thought if I could cloak myself in a cardigan or a hoodie that was large enough, I could cloak the feelings that I was feeling about my body. I was trying to hide. And there was a recent person who walked on the runway for the Golden Globes, put a fabulous dress on and a large black cardigan. And it kind of broke my heart because I was wondering, and I don't know, and I'm not trying to pathologize her. I was wondering what she was thinking when she put it on. Because most of the time in the work I've done with my clients and the work I did with myself, I know that I was trying to cover my arms because I thought they were too fat. I was trying to cover my breast because I thought they were too big. I was trying to cover my entire body because I thought it was too big. And if only I could find a cardigan large enough, I could cover all of this up, look somewhat put together, and then get out of the house. And I suspect, and in fact, I know from working with my clients that they have a similar thought pattern. And I can tell you from working with hundreds of women, the size of your arm actually doesn't even matter. In fact, you could be ripped and still think you need to cover up your arms. You could have skinny arms, quote unquote, and still think you need to cover up your arms. You could have flabby arms, stocked arms, whatever it is, fill in the adjective. No matter what size your arm, it's not the arm itself, it's your thought about it. You could have large breasts, small breasts, and be curvy and still think you need to have a cardigan to cover it all up. Whether you're newly curvy or you've been curvy for years, if you are attached to your cardigan like it's a woobie that you could not live without, I want to offer you some freedom today. I want to offer you some cardigan freedom, boo-boo. It's time to get free. Not just of the cardigan itself, but the thoughts that you have that drive you to want to cover up and hide your body. When I look at pictures of my teenage self, I'll often find myself hunched over, like I'm trying to go concave so I could bring my breasts like back so that they could appear smaller. And it wasn't until I became older that I realized I had sort of like gotten this incline forward and trying to hide my breasts, which was what the cardigan was about for me mostly. It wasn't even that my arms were an issue. I just thought my breasts were too large, and partly because I was told by this really rotten kid whose name I will not say that I had saggy titties. And it was a really horrible, mean thing to say. And unfortunately, it stuck with me. And I believed him a little bit. And I walked around trying to cover it up. And it wasn't until I did the work and I found this thought that I want to offer to you. What if there's absolutely nothing wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with the size or shape of my body, my arms, my breasts, my belly. What if I'm just really amazing just as I am and there's nothing that needs fixing? There's nothing that needs covering up. That I'm free to wear the cutest top available to me and, dare I say it, my arms may show. What? Or I might wear a dress where my breasts might look a little bit larger. In fact, when you like vintage style clothing like I do, and you wear shapewear, it's going to accentuate your curves, including the size and shape of your breasts. Now, I could continue on forever wearing a cardigan, but I would be doing myself a disservice because it's almost like I believe, and then I'm perpetuating to myself the idea that I have to reach for a cardigan because there's something to cover up. There's nothing to cover up. There's nothing to fix. And I know that so many of you are married to your little woobie cardigan, whatever color it may be, whatever size, whatever shape. It may be cashmere, it may be cotton, it may be jersey, whatever its fabrication is, because you think there's something to hide or there's something to cover up. And I want to offer you that if your body didn't need to be fixed and it was not a problem, its size, its shape, its weight, its curves, that wasn't a problem to be fixed and nothing needed hiding or covering up, would you still reach for the cardigan? Now, sometimes a cardigan is a true style choice, and I applaud you if that's the case. Wear it well, my darling. However, if you're using it as an invisibility cloak, boo-boo, this is not Harry Potter. You are a real woman with real curves, and it is okay to show them. That doesn't mean anything bad about you. Nothing needs fixing. Nothing needs covering up. So if you needed a permission slip to own your curves and go cardigan free, here is your permission slip, my darling. Be free. And if you need a little bit of a refresher course on the topic of quote unquote invisibility cloaks, I have a whole episode dedicated to this very topic. Because here's the deal. When you wear something that is too large for you, when you're trying to hide yourself and wrap yourself in what you think is an invisibility cloak, it's actually drawing attention to that very attribute that you were trying to hide. It's like saying to the clown, if you wear large clown shoes, we won't notice the size of your feet. Well, that's kind of bizarre. In fact, the point of clown shoes, the over large enveloping shoe, is to exaggerate the foot to make it appear larger. Same is true for a cardigan or a blouse or a pair of jeans or fill in the garment that is too big for you. It doesn't act as an invisibility cloak. It draws attention to the very thing that you were trying to hide. But if we go back to that premise that nothing needs fixing, nothing needs hiding, then we are free to wear whatever we want. Would you still reach for it? I think the answer is no. If you struggle with this and you find that you are using your invisibility cloak / cardigan as a way to hide parts of your body because you think that they need hiding and you struggle with body image, or you just can't find clothes that fit you, and that's what you happen to be stuck with, I can help you. I want you to sign up for a free style session. You can click on the link in the show notes, or you can click on the link below this video. Until next time, Miss J out.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. To learn more about how to work with me, go to judithgaton.com. Click on the Start Here button to get access to my free personal style class. I give you a quick style win, a confidence boost, and you walk away with the tools to start getting stylish. Who doesn't love that? See you there. Miss J out.